This is very serious, and I gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is yours truly, the Alpha Rosa Course, and welcome to the March 3rd, 2021 edition of the Alpha On Air podcast, the once a month podcast that talks about stories that I particularly care about and also other co hosts. Now, I'm kind of going solo with this for a minute. We might have others join in as we do, um, but we're gonna be pretty good with this. So hold on here. Let me uh. All right. Well, silly me. I forgot about this. I forgot to put the audio output on the slide. Let me reintroduce that once again. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Alpha On Air podcast. We're gonna start off we're gonna start off with I like to call one of my favorite segments of all time. This is a segment that I've only done once, and it's for the true dumbasses that I would like to say deserves to be called the dumbass of the month.
I wish I had 2,000 feet so I could put 500 of them in each of your asses.
And now, Alpha On Air podcast proudly brings to you the dumbass of the month.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
there's your segue into what the fuck we're gonna talk about. So now you may when I show you the evidence of them being a dumbass, it's because it's because A, I'm blocked, and two, they also had the screenshots and the clapbacks that I truly appreciate because everyone loves a good clapback. So what in the world am I talking about right here? We're going to talk about it right now here. Let me get the window capture up. And hey, I've been so bust, that's why I haven't texted on Discord since the ban from Tipsters. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. So this is my boy Tipster, which, by the way, if you guys haven't followed him, I truly want you guys to follow him. And why is that window there? Hold on. Beep. There. Okay, there you go. So let's see. When was this? Okay, so where's so I had to give this woman, and might as well her body pillow too. Oh, I'm sorry, Stejo, my bad. I apologize. Because you know, they're a couple. But so when the John Swan shit started going off, I knew someone from the commentary past was gonna haunt us. And not only that, it's kind of ironic that not even a week after, the ordeal, we don't talk about that. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Godfather. We don't say that person's name in here anymore. For reasons. So if you look right here, this really all started with this tweet right here, by Susie Lou, which thankfully, once again, shout out to my boy Tipster, because Tipster is the man, and I appreciate him for putting this out for us. Said, and everyone, and I want to make this one perfectly, I want to make this perfectly clear. Don't harass this lady. I extremely condone it. Or not, fuck. I'm sorry. I extremely do not condone harassing this woman. She may not be the brightest Crayola crayon in the box, but she may think she is, but she ain't the brightest crayon in the Crayola box. And neither is her boyfriend, lawyer / there's an MLW joke right there for you, for those wrestling fans. Boyfriend, Stejo. Said, thank you for everyone who has apologized today. It doesn't take away the hurt John Lies puts me through last year, but step closer to justice. Time to crack open a cider, enjoy my evening. To which Tipster, my boy, my guy, said, John Swan may have lied about Dream, but he didn't lie about you, Susie. You're not a victim, so stop acting like one. Anyone apologizing to this woman right now is a fucking joke. No joke. Like, that's true. That's very, very true. And then she posted a video later that night that we're gonna watch here. And he's kind of already telling you what's gonna be about already. And this is the day after, 2 days later, after John Swan's confession and everything, where he said, where Susie Liu messaged Chris Hansen, which a lot of people are kind of, I wonder. I wonder what's given her the gall to say the following thing. Oh, hold on.
To all of you that have messaged me today, if you're a new subscriber, it's like old news, like it's not really important, but I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has seen the light, I guess, who has been apologizing to me, because obviously it's finally started to come out that Mr. John Swan is a nasty liar. And I told you guys this a long time ago, but nobody wanted to hear it. And now my DMs today on Instagram have been crazy.
Crazy? How? How crazy? Are we talking the people that made that body pillow that you cooked friggin' Steejo with? Which, by the way, I wish I could find that tweet. If someone could find that tweet for me from Susie Liu, where she said that she was gonna go cuddle her body pillow. Please. It's the funniest shit I ever heard in my whole life. How the hell do you get cucked by a body pillow in 2021? Like, honestly, really. But no, I don't think she had any like DMs open for Susie, any DMs that were on Susie's that were of new people apologizing or saying, like, we support you, unless it's her simps. And I'm not on Twitch, but Steejo is. So, yeah, no simpy for you, all right? No simpy, all right? Let's see here. And then Steejo tags in. He tagged in, ladies and gentlemen, and said, sorry, Tipster, your credibility is shot because you kept getting caught in lies. Her Patreon was never terminated for copyright infringement. We closed it as was planned. The website went live. The website you reported for was creating that you reported that we were creating months beforehand. And this was he put a tweet in referencing Tipster when he said, my credibility regarding the Susie Liu story is now being questioned because of John. He used my research in his videos, is now being questioned. F Susie Liu, John, and F John Swan. And also slight correction at the quartering, her Patreon was terminated for the copyright infringement. Which Tips respond with, oh, Steejo, just cause you repeat a lie multiple times doesn't make it true. Nice try, though. Let's see here. And then Tips, which I gotta admit, for someone who says, for a lot of people who claim that he's the nice guy of the commentary community, he has some fucking vicious clapbacks. Because this is where he's like, you have to be a terrible lawyer to lie in the face of mountains of evidence. There's mountains of evidence, Steejo. I hope you remember this. I'm just a little guy. But I'm just gonna say my point. You guys did full anime reactions, okay? I'm giving you the Tommy C equivalent of saying you're a fuckhead, all right? See, you say you're trying to say, "Oh, well, this doesn't hurt us. We didn't do this." Full anime reactions. You had okay. So, anime reaction videos are like this. It's supposed to be like this. Like we watch something like this. Like just sit there at certain scenes, and then we're like, or whoa, what the? No, that can't be it. That can't Kankaron can't do that. Or blah 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 like that. No. But all Susie Liz just doing this. Just oh. There's no words. It's just reactions. But the whole thing about my thing about copyright, and a lot of people get this messed up. Like a lot of the people use the what I like to call the magical 12, which is like 12 seconds of using film and then reacting to it, something like that, in highlights and in contexts like that. So I'm just sitting here kind of like, okay, you're telling me that your guys' quietness against the commentary community, because I remember when this was fresh blood, I remember like it was yesterday. You guys were denying it left and right that this wasn't. You're still denying it. But now you're saying this is a lie because John Swan? Because just because John Swan, who used Tipster's research and added a few little Australian crimble bits on top of it, made oh my goodness, I can't even explain how much of a dumbass she is. All right, that's how much of a dumbass she is. Because I'm disappointed in a lot of this. Like, you know, if you say you're a lawyer, and I actually not too long ago went back and looked at some of the research, and though there is a valid point that yes, he was in school, I guess, before all this happened, before he was in the relationship with Susie, but you know that's different. You're saying that you're a lawyer, but you're not. Unless there's proof, you could send that shit to me, and I want to see it. But to be to say with the grit of your teeth, because you're malding so hard, because Tipster reminded you guys that it was his research that you guys used, your guys's. It wasn't John Swan's research. It was Tipster's research. You have to be a terrible liar to lie in the face of mountains of evidence. So shit at lawyering that you became a failed YouTuber who dates a sugar mama because he can't make his own way. I wouldn't hire your stupid ass for a dog bite case. Hey Deji, what do you think about this?
I have no knowledge of any of this. This is so bizarre.
It's very bizarre. All right. Hold on here. This is another one right here. It's getting good. This This should be easy to prove. At Stejo, sorry, Tipster, your credibility shot. And he responded, and we're gonna talk about the quoting here very shortly. Anyway, you're gonna provide all the lies about the fully unedited reactions on the website. You're gonna prove the lies about calling our lawyer. You're gonna provide any of the other lies you spouted. Prove that the Patreon was taken down for copyright. Oh, it's okay. I'll wait. He said, and Tipster goes, well, actually, there's more. There's more. So why are you so defensive over your content when everyone is scrutinizing you? Is it because you lied time and time again? People watch reactions for the actual reactors. Otherwise, everyone in the million other anime reactors would get Suzy Liu views. Mental gymnastics, that one. Okay. I'm sorry. As a person that hasn't been in the dating scene in a long time, all right, I would actually pick an actual 2x4 than your girlfriend Stejo. That's personally me. That's my personal opinion. But you saying, well, people watch reactors for the actual reactors. Otherwise, everyone in the million other anime reactors would get Suzy Liu views. Suzy Liu views. Hold on. Timeout. If I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. I'm gonna pull up Social Blade real quick. Okay, so Suzy Liu. I mean, 100K, 100,000K. That's not bad. That's not bad. But you're saying that you guys are the bigger. You're the bigger population. You're the bigger YouTube star. Just because you're. By the way, she's only 13K, and isn't she friends with Susan? I wonder. See, because I'll even say it. You are growing in channeling Suzy, but Stejo, you should probably put a muzzle on your on the dumb mutt that is known as your lawyer, Stejo, because this comment right here, people watch reactions for the actual reactors. Okay, I not too long ago, I pulled a couple people from a small server that I'm in, that actually do watch reaction animators, reaction people who watch anime. And one of the things that they've told me is, and it, out of five of them, half and half. It's a 50-50, so I'll give you that. Half of the people believe what exactly you say. The other, they watch it for the anime because it's free. So this whole thought process of otherwise everyone of the million other anime reactors would get Suzy Liu views, they're only viewing hers because it's fully unedited. Come on, Stejo. You keep saying I lied at Stejo, but I've yet to see any proof of that. Even when at the quartering asked you for proof, you responded without proof. Seems sus, mate. Meanwhile, my videos have mountain of proof. Your moves, DJ. And then I like this because this is funny. Because Quartering laid the smack it down on him. He said, so what you're saying is that your line about choosing to take down her Patreon. You could just type that. And CJ just thought, nah, dude, I said that you're going to make accusations, you better have proof. Otherwise, you're just the same as John Swan. There's no trust me, bro. Proof or get the fuck out. Well, we're asking you guys the same thing. Where's your proof that you guys asked for it to get taken down? Or you guys requested it to be taken down? And then CJ said, where's the uncut full episodes of Anime, Tipster? Where are they? You're the ones throwing accusations, so show the proof. Must be easy with your mountains of folders. You got Instagram pictures of Susie from 4 years ago. You must have the proof handy. Now, Steejo, I've seen these videos as well. I've seen these videos as well. Hold on. Let me go into webcam. I've seen these videos before. And it was on your girlfriend's channel. It was on your channel too. If you really want to get technical with this, I mean, the anime lawyers are standing by. They're waiting on you to admit it. But you won't. So that's the reason why they're keeping mounting more evidence. More evidence. You don't realize how much evidence you guys got against you guys in terms of this whole thing. You guys stolen copyright property to say, well, it was transformative. I was reacting to it. No oohs, ahs, and ha is gonna make anything reactionary or transformative. The only way that could be transformative in a way if you were a fucking monkey. Like I'm being serious here. Like a monkey has more reactions than Steejo and Susie Lou. And then once again, Tipster with the 3-pointer from downtown. Screenshot for the block. Post the proof. No one wants to watch your videos, son. Really? Really? Is that so? Because right now he's almost close to 1,000K. He's getting really, really close. And your guys' growth is a little few far in between, if I'm not mistaken. And then he kept asking, post the proof, Tipster. Now, Tipster coming back. Receipts, baby. That's what it's all about. The next night, the next day. So since you're mentally incapable of using your brain or have amnesia, here you go. Checkmate, bitch. For context regarding the second SS, the Patreon offers use of the Venmo player for video uploads, which Susie Lou used as seen in the last SS before she got terminated. So this is when Tipster went into patreon.com Susie Lou official and said this page is under review. Our trust and safety team is currently reviewing the page. Read our community guidelines to learn more. And then the next one is DMCA copyright complaint to Vimeo. It was sent by TV Tokyo Corporation. I wonder who. Hold on 1 second here. I want to show this right here. I'm sorry, I didn't even show the first one. Isn't that one of the anime companies? Where the anime companies are made from? And look, Reunion, Neuro Shootapen, 51 episode, picture book story, Neuro Shootapen 50. The list goes on and on. She actually had a whole playlist on YouTube. And I think she actually finally adjusted, because I did check this before I went on air. She doesn't have the playlist back up anymore. She has it replaced with something else. So yeah, that's strange. That's strange here. And look, 24/26 Wednesday. Here's episode 89 of Naruto. I'm gonna be recording the Resident Evil 3 remake as of tomorrow. Hopefully it won't take me too long. Excited for ages, so don't expect any reaction style videos for a couple days. To make sure you check out my walkthrough. It's gonna be amazing. And look, there's the length of it. And I did double check this too as well. That is actually a whole episode. Because an average episode of Naruto actually runs, at least, with the exception of the tournament season, which was, I think it was 3 or 4. I think it was 4. Is to almost 25 minutes, and that's not including credits. Susie, this is a full-fledged episode. Screenshot for the blocked again. Feel free to post the proof. Tipster should be a single screenshot. No need to just over 10-minute video. Keep talking. Now this is something that I do remember on an episode of on Tipster's podcast when he did the Tipster Live Tipster News podcast. And said, got an answer for this too. This email was sent to the rep from Patreon in response to the anime company's request to DMCA account. Can you talk your way out of this one? And right here, as you see here, he did actually block the censor this, which is a good thing, because obviously we don't want these companies getting harassed by Suzy Lu stands saying it's free, it's copyright free, it's all right, it's fair use, It says, thank you for this updated information. The creators page, this is from Patreon, has suspended access to the works access to the works has been removed as a result. Thank you again for your patience keeping us up to date. Please let me know how you'd like to proceed with the other page, and I'll be happy with assist. And then, now, for some reason, Steve would think this was a LeanEd thing. The page under review, let's see here, trust safety because the LeanEd made a complaint to Patreon. He admitted that that's a DMCA to Vimeo. Tipster, sure, you can upload Vimeo videos to Patreon, but that's not the same website. That's not the proof that the Patreon was removed due to copyright. And it says screenshot for the blocked. And as another note, the anime company just sent me this email communication he had with Patreon regarding Suzy Lu. This was prior to her termination. Interesting. Says, which is the same thing. Let's see here. Steejo, I have no proof to back my... Said I had no back... I presented proof. Now, where's the proof that I lied? Patiently waiting. And then he said... I provide myself with facts, having evidence to back it. Do I make mistakes sometimes? Sure, and I own it when I do. But one thing that's never been a mistake, my reporting on Susie Lou and Stejo, as they found out today. I have the receipts to prove it. Let's see here. And then screenshot for the block. You said she had a full unedited episode of anime on her website, you fucking idiot. The proof is that she quite literally doesn't. That's because you got caught. And then this just in. This just, and someone's Tipster said shifting the goalposts. I see get blocked, bitch. Just started mold harder. I think this was just a made up one. So we recently found out Tipster's indeed idiot. Trust me, bro. All the best. Let's see. And this is where he really tripled down. He triple doubled down with the extra In-N-Out sauce, which someone send me an In-N-Out burger, please. I just want to try it, please. Said number one, there's clearly no identifying information to prove this is who the fuck it was to or from the anime company, and what representative gave that to you, or we should just trust you, bro, when Lena admitted to being the one who reported the Patreon. Mauled harder. I love every second of it. I love it too. Did you forget that she threatened and intimidated to let me live gaming on Twitter with her own docs? I got files on top of files to swing back with. Keep digging the holes, Stejo. And this is when Susie had the Susie Lou Gaming, where she says, I didn't even know you could DMCA on Twitter. Be careful, though. It gives out your full name, address, etc. to the receiver. What tips what about when you reported Susie stolen content from her own second channel? Remember that one? And then he said, and then you retweeted, which, by the way, if you retweet your own shit, like, unless there has to be a context move, you're absolutely ridiculous, and you're just tripling, quadrupling down. You're basically making a triple bypass burger. That's what you're making. I mean, honestly, is that what about when Tipster accused Susie of harassing a chick called Let Me Live Gaming by saying hey in her live stream? Yeah, about that. Screenshot for the blocked. Someone's hacked your web hosting account, and you somehow also lost $2,000, so you blame on Susie Lou. These anime fans are now incredible hackers. Get a grip and use a password manager. This is a response to Vera Dark, Vera Dark's a piece of shit. Never mind. That I'm thinking of when that who should not be named. Was trying to dox people here. So let's see here. I remember when my web host hacking account and $2,000 was stolen from me from someone who told me to delete my Susie Lou videos or get worse. I would have to find the tweet for that one. As another note, the rep for the anime code just sent me this email communication that he had with Patreon regarding Susie Lou. This was prior to her termination. Interesting. And it says, hello, thank you again. Thank you for sending that over. I do appreciate it. The creator has removed the Demon Slayer post from her page. I communicated with the creator. The repeat instances of this nature will not be tolerated. If you do see any other copyright printed on her page, please let me know, and I will be sure to take care of the situation right away. Thank you for your communication and patience. Now, screenshot for the block. Look, I could go through this whole thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, but there's facts against you, Susie. There's facts against you, Susie. And that is why you are, without the shadow of a doubt, the newest inductee, along with Stejo and your body pillow, to the Dumbass of the Month Hall of Fame.
I wish I had 2,000 feet.
Cheers.
So I could put 500 of them in each of your asses.
And now, Alpha On Air Podcast proudly brings to you the Dumbass of the Month.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
Alright, you guys. Alright, so the next topic that I want to go into real quick, and I apologize if this sounds like rambling, but I'm just being honest here. I'm being dead honest with this about some of the stuff that we're about to talk about. I am going to warn in advance. If you just so happen to be watching this and you're underage, please talk to your parents. Talk to your parents about, like, of age things. Unless you think you're ready for it, because this shit's serious. Because we're gonna take a look at a comedian who has been in hot water for many months now. Since the Me Too movement wave 2 Electric Boogaloo happened last July. I think it was June, July. It started with Twitch and then it went back into Hollywood quicker than Botox on what I guess you could say Kourtney Kardashian. I don't know. So if I can get that to load, thank you. Make sure that's muted because I need to. Alrighty, so we're gonna talk about Chris D'Elia. D'Elia. Yeah, it's D'Elia. Okay. So, for those of you who are not in the know of this situation, this is a guy who was a comedian for many, many years on the circuit in the LA, the California West, Midwest, and I think it was not too long ago that he did his first series of concerts a couple years ago in 2000, or a few years ago, in the East Coast. And he is a good, talented comedian. But all of a sudden last year, in the midst of not only on top of COVID, but also on top of Me Too movement part 2, where these allegations came about. So we're going to take a look at 2 articles, and then we're going to actually look at a video that he actually uploaded himself not too long ago. This first one's from Variety. This is by Gene Madus. It says, Chris D'Elia accused of soliciting nudes pictures from 17-year-olds. Comedian Chris D'Elia was sued on Tuesday for allegedly soliciting nudes from a 17-year-old. According to the complaint filed in the federal court in Los Angeles, D'Elia sought and received more than 100 explicit images and videos from the girl over the course of several months. The suit says that he has urged the girl to come to one of his shows and then had sex with her. While they were having sex, according to the suit, he asked her age and revealed that she was still in high school. He responded with that's hot, was, quote, hot, the suit states. Afterwards, the suit alleged that D'Elia continued to pressure her to send explicit photos. The suit states that D'Elia would emotionally manipulate her, showing her attention when she complied, but threatening to cut her off if she refused. Big yikes. Big yikes. And once again, this is allegations. The suit accuses of D'Elia of violating federal child pornography. Well, child. Let me rephrase this. Sensitive photos. sensitive photos. There's a reason why this is going to be age restricted real quick. In a statement, Chris D'Elia representative denied the claims. Chris, quote, Chris denies these allegations and will vigorously defend them against them in court, the representative said. D'Elia was first accused of seeking explicit photos from teenagers last June. Okay, so I was right. It was around June, July. After he appeared in the second season of You on Netflix. On the show, he portrayed a comedian who sexually abuses teenage girls. At that time, D'Elia said, quote, never knowingly pursued any underage women at any point, but he also apologized for anything that he may have done to give offense, saying that he had let himself get caught up in his own lifestyle. Last month, literally 3 days ago, he released a YouTube video acknowledging that you do have a problem. He said he was doing the work to be a better role model to his son and had been in recovery. So far, this makes me feel very uncomfortable because I did like Chris D'Elia. I like Chris D'Elia's material. It's definitely a little bit of kind of like that same like George Carlin vibe but mixed with like a modernization version of George Carlin with a little bit of like just what's that guy's name? Brian Regan, a little bit, because he goes out there, he bends himself around like a teapot and everything, and such. So this is a really I don't know. Let's see what TMZ has to say. And usually I don't do TMZ articles on here, but I'm making this as an exception. Chris D'Elia sued. You stole my virginity at 17 and called it hot. Whew. I will say though, I'll give Chris D'Elia credit because TMZ credit. They make allegations sound really bad against these guys. So Chris D'Elia had sex with a 17-year-old. Okay. Wait, who's the writer? Is there no writer, or is this? Who wrote this? Like, I'm curious. Who wrote this? Let's see here. The comedian is being sued by Jane Doe for allegedly violating federal child sexual exploitation and child pornography laws. She is not suing because the two allegedly had sex when they met in Connecticut. The law of consent in Connecticut is 16. Okay, so I'm having a hard time with this because we'll continue into it, and I'll give my thoughts here in a minute. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Chris, the alleged victim, claims she started communicating with him over social media in 2004 when she was just 17. He quickly started demanding nudes. He said 2 months later that he would invite her to his hotel before one of his shows where they had sex. So I'm assuming this is when he was in Connecticut, and he demanded that she come over there, and that the woman claims that Chris D'Elia demanded eye contact when they had sex. Said when she told him that she was 17, still in high school, he responded by saying it was, quote, hot. As you know, Chris recently got emotional addressing allegations. He was grooming underage allegations, saying sex controlled his life. A spokesperson for Chris is addressing in the new lawsuit, telling us that Chris denies these allegations and will vigorously defend himself in court, blah, 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 blah. According to the doc, the girl says that she was a virgin before having sex with Chris, who also asked him to send pornographic videos of her having sex with other boys her age. She also claimed that he asked her to meet and have sex with her friends. Years after the alleged hotel encounter, the woman claims that she was disturbed to see Chris's character in the Netflix series Used, where he plays a comedian who preys on underage girls. she's suing for damages asked to stop him from possessing or taking any action regarding the alleged pornographic images of her. Now, my thing is, and I'm looking at this from a standpoint of what's what and what is not. Like, and Chris D'Elia was actually trending last night. Oh, Candace, hi, Candace, how you doing? Now, we're gonna watch the video, and it seems like to me that and we and a couple of other commentary community members, fans, and I have talked about this, in a obviously being sensitive to the subject, obviously, because this is very serious allegations, obviously. And I like to point this out. I still want people to remember this because as we all know, of course, in 2020 alone, in 2021 alone, we've come to the conclusion that there's 3 things that you could be called in the commentary community that will destroy your whole livelihood on the platform. There's being called a doxer, being her there's doxer, being called a groomer, which even if it's one person, it's still a groomer, and being what I can't remember what the third one is, but I think that the third one is obviously you got doxer, serial harasser, and flagger. Those 3 that's been the 3 big things, and then obviously 2021 being a big fat liar. Though it's a forgive and forget, but never forget type of deal with John Swan. But this is serious because if she's claiming, and I all these articles don't have the evidence. I want, and I'm gonna try to get the document, and I'll do an Alpha on Point update about this story when I get the documents and get a better understanding of this whole series. But it sounds like to me that this Jane Doe was a big fan of Chris D'Elia, and they became fast friends, to the point where he was demanding nudes. Now, because he lives in the state of California, and if it's under a California law, California number, he's gonna have to answer to the California laws regarding sexting and obviously under pictures of underage people, because that's a big deal. That's a massive big deal. In docs, obviously now, I am gonna email TMZ, see if they can send me something, like point me to the right link and everything to get the evidence sheet and everything. But he did make a video. Saying it's been a while. It was made on February 19th, 2021, and we're gonna take a look at it in quartering speed. And I'll pause it in certain spots and try to get a really quick reaction about it. So bear in mind with me for a minute. So,
hi everyone. I know that it's been a really long time since you've heard from me. And when the news broke, I put out a statement that said everything I've done has been legal and consensual, and that's true. And I wanted that statement to speak for itself. And I wanted to talk immediately. I wanted to post online. I wanted to do my podcast business as usual, but I thought that might not be the best thing. What might be the best thing it would be if I just take this time to be with my family, try and take a long, hard look at myself, and just and do that. And it was a lot. It was hard. I first of all, I do know how it looks with all the stuff that's been said and the emails that have been put out there and what the media has been trying to say. And I know it looks bad, and it doesn't show the full scope of what happened. I stand by the fact that all my relationships have been consensual and legal, and that's just it. That's the truth. I threw this kind of time away. I've seeked out a lot of kind of, medical advice, therapy, and stuff like that. That doesn't matter here nor there. But what I have come to understand is this was always about sex to me. My life was, sex. It controlled my life. It was the focus. It was my focus.
Well, if it was the focus of your life, then obviously you would probably make the surefire thing of obviously making sure that all the girls that you would be with in your relationships or in one night stands would be obviously 21, at least 18 or 21 in some circumstances. I always have a rule with myself is that I don't date anyone that's 4 years. So my thing is I date in I like to call it the 4x4 rule. So I date 4 years above me or under. So in this case, man with comb 69 saying YouTube not banning pedos. I don't know. Like, at this point, I feel like this is more, it's leaning more towards like this is a legit like thing, but obviously out of respect for the court cases, and obviously there's going to be more information. There's going to be more information. Out of respect to the court case, I'm gonna obviously try to stay neutral as possible, but I'm definitely leaning towards that this is a serious thing, because the fact that and addictions are fuck with your head. Addictions fuck with your head a lot. Like I've seen people try to go cold turkey and from meth and cocaine and alcohol, and it puts their body in a severe state. Like, and in this case, sex is natural enough where it's hard to get away from it. It's very hard to get away from it. Now I'm not a psychiatrist or anything like that, and it's bad. This guy denied the Hollywood pedophile rings, and then this happened. Yeah, I know, right? This guy denied the Hollywood pedophile rings, and then this happens. Yeah, and this now I was told by someone that who followed last year's allegations there was another girl, but they have settled. I think I had to look back at my emails and such like that. In terms of like California connections and everything, but there's this common conspiracy that I hear about, especially in the LA comedy scene, that there's a lot of I'll use a wrestling term for this, a lot of rat girls, ring rat girls around, where they're not the most attractive, sometimes attractive. It depends on how much you drink, I guess. And they take him to the hotels, obviously, and do what they have to do. But it sounds like to me, Chris has a legit addiction that was not taken care of immediately. Like, and the fact that this is going to become honestly a little too late, because he's literally looking at the barrel of being not only blackballed in the LA community, because since the first Me Too movement happened, I remember this. I can't remember who was the second guy after Weinstein. That was Me Too'd. And we haven't heard anything about it. Now, I've heard that the court case was dropped, and we haven't heard anything from it, but I know there would be definitely blackballed by this, like, you know, especially by the big studios and everything, like Warner Brothers, Lionsgate, MGM, just to name a couple on top of my head. This guy wouldn't get any work. I thought when Benjamin said all Hollywood people are pedophiles, was extreme, but now I understand Hollywood is full of Jewish pedophiles. Yeah, you know, I don't know how to I don't know how to respond to that, really. But I would definitely I would definitely say there's a lot of hidden behind the scenes stuff with in the world of acting that I think with the Weinstein incidents happening, that it really opened up the floodgates of hell for them. And they're trying to, like, I guess, do a double take, so to speak, you know. And but as far as Chris is concerned, I do believe that this is a legitimate thing that he has been working on himself, but it's a little bit too late, in my opinion.
All the time, and I had a problem, and I do have a problem. It's not like you know, months down the line, you just kind of, everything's better. I need to do work on that. When I first started doing stand-up and I started getting a little bit of notoriety in my early 30s, you know, having sex got a lot easier, is the, you know, for lack of better words. And I felt lucky. I felt like, oh, wow, I don't need to work as hard. You know, I can just do a show and then have sex, or roll into a city and look at my inbox and then just start writing. And I did, man. I wrote, I mean, I know you've seen some of the messages online. I mean, there's way more than that. I would get at least 50 messages after a show each city a night, and I would reply to all of them. And
now that has been shown to be proven true. But my question about that is, did you actually ask them, are they of age? Are they of age? At least in those certain states, because I remember with the Louis C.K. shit that happened a couple years ago. That was a question that I had. I was like, did he ask them, are they of age? You know, and it was like, you know, because, like, you know, I in this day and age, a lot of guys are going to be more careful than they ever been. Like this is crazy, definitely a crazy life that he had, and with things like this it's scary to from my personal perspective, because I never lived the life the lifestyles of the rich and famous. I don't have girls coming in my DMs and doing stuff like that, you know, and for the fact that this man comes in, and has that, like, he literally has intimacy literally waiting to happen as soon as he gets into the next town or after the show, you know. I don't understand that experience, but if I was put in that shoes, I would obviously be the one that says, hey, look, are you 18? You're not? Block. Insta block. No, like, no passcode 200, no anything. Blocked. Just simply blocked. Because especially what happened to Harvey Weinstein, that's a not only you're getting blackballed from Hollywood, you're going to get blackballed from a lot of jobs. You're going to get blackballed from a lot of jobs, and that's the truth. These allegations, whether they're true or false, as much as I hate to say those words, if they're true or false, they hold weight regardless if it's a guilty or innocent plea. So,
I thought in my mind that being straight up with these women was the right thing to do. I'd say, hey, come to my hotel room and let's have sex, let's make out, let's do this, let's do that, and that was what I thought was right. I realized through all of this that doing that is just treating sex like it's casual and being flippant with people. And that's not the guy I want to be. It's not okay, and I'm sorry for that. It makes me feel shameful, and it makes me feel bad. You know, people talk a lot about the power dynamic and about, well, why should someone who is a fan of yours have to worry about if you want to sleep with them or not? And I don't know where I fall on that, you know? I sometimes think, especially in my early 30s, I would be like, well, the girl has the power because that's, you know, I want to have sex with them, and if they want to have sex with me, then great. But what I can say is the familiarity, I would use the familiarity that I had with these women to have sex. I was like, oh, they already used me. They already know me. I didn't have to.
Yeah, and that's something that I think in the Call Me Carson stuff that me and a really good brother by the name of Crow of Judgments talked about in the Call Me Carson things, like early in the Call Me Carson allegations that came out. I said, like, look, like, these types of situations that these people are using, they're using their power of, like, popularity to do things that they shouldn't be doing, really. Like, it's one thing if it's just the one fan that turns into, like, your girlfriend, that turns into your wife, like your mother of your children. That's one thing. But if it's like a ongoing every night on the night, different women, different cities type of deal, in this day and age of culture, once COVID ends, oh no, you're not going to see what, like, the old Rat Pack days used to be like that. Like, that you're not going to see that anymore. You're going to be seeing a lot of guys sit there and go, I'm good. I'm just going to go to, I'm going to go to the hotel and I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go to the next day. Whoopah. Like this Me Too movement has changed a lot of perspectives of what a lot of comedians do in their life. And actors too, and actors, directors, people that are people of power. And by the way, I would like to point this out too. Call Me Carson I think because there is exactly little evidence that makes me believe that Carson used his powers of popularity to get with a girl online on Discord. Uh, I honestly can't say if he's gonna come back or not. There's apparently more that can be leaked. Apparently, there's another girl, and I hope that's not true because I do respect Carson. Carson's been through a hell of a lot, and this and if that and if it is confirmed, and if it is coming from Carson's computers, because they're gonna have to go through the logs of these things, you know, because they're gonna ask for an audit of all the logs that between Call Me Carson and all these girls that are coming out, and they're gonna be like, well, okay, well, you said this, we got enough to nail you on the cross. And that's going to be really, really sad, unfortunately, for Call Me Carson. And but this, honestly, by the way that this is sounding, this isn't. We might be seeing a lot of Chris D'Elia's material being pulled. A lot of CD. Now, I saw was it last year when the allegations first came up, I did see that they did remove his it was a best of samples CD from the, I think it was the Bakersfield Laugh Factory, or I have no idea where the Laugh Factory that he frequents is, but that he frequented before he got really big and famous. I don't know if that's gonna. I know they did take some of his material off. I have it. Actually, we could check the YouTube here. Let's new tab to the right. Let's see here. Okay, so it's still currently up. Like, this is some of the most stuff right here. Like some of his stuff is good still, but yeah, this definitely changes the feel really for me of Chris D'Elia. And I still respect him as a comedian that was very edgy, but this is way beyond edgy. This is like criminal. And I think this will become criminal. But we won't know till the coming days. So
I didn't have to do the extra work. And I was talking to one of my friends about this and about the power dynamic and about the familiarity and not having to use that. And I said, why is that behavior not okay? Why is it not okay to sleep with somebody if it's consensual and they want to sleep with you? And he said, it's okay. Well, it is okay. It's okay until it's not. And that was when, a lot of it clicked for me. It was something that just became life controlling. I mean, I would think about it all the time. I would go and I would do my show, and like I just said earlier, and it was too much, and it became a lifestyle that I didn't know how to stop. I didn't even think I had a problem. I thought that this was how it was. I thought that guys in my position were lucky enough and fortunate enough, and
and that's something that I wanna once again clarify. The days of the Rat Pack era has definitely lost its luster, so to speak. you're not gonna see a lot of you're not gonna see a lot of comedians take girls home. There's gonna be few and far, but they're probably gonna be more extra careful about it, because I mean there's still an urge. There's still an urge for it. And I don't know if he's married. I think he's married. I'm not 100% sure. But he does have a kid, and you, as a dad, you gotta make a older sibling or a dad and something like that. You gotta have a higher. You gotta put yourself to a higher standard. And not do the stupid things that you did, that you're doing before them or after them, or during them and after them, you know, that type of idealship. And I do feel bad for his kid, you know, because, you know, you lose that innocence of super dad. So it's seriously fucked. It's seriously fucked.
It was going out of control. And I never stopped it. I cheated on most of the girls that I've been with. I cheated on my fiance now. And this is my dream girl. This is the girl that I want to be with for the rest of my life. And even that wouldn't stop what I was doing.
Well, that gives me my answer then.
I was headed for, you know what I was headed for? I was headed for this. And this needed to happen because I wouldn't have stopped cheating. I wouldn't have stopped using sex.
So wait, hold on. I gotta. So you're saying this had to happen? This had to happen, dude. Come on. Anyone with a brain that has common sense, and you threw it way out there. You threw it way out in the ocean. Out there in the ocean blue. May God have mercy on anyone in the other side of the world that has to open that jar. I don't know, man. You know, you gotta understand. He said it himself. No means no. If a girl doesn't feel comfortable that you're getting intimate with stuff, and you feel like you're controlling girls, especially if you're the older one and they're the younger one. Like, I want all my relationships to be 50-50 regardless. Like, we build each other up instead of I build you up but I can break you down also. That's not the relationship that I want. That's not the relationship I want. And the fact that he went behind his own fiance's back. He said it. This was his dream girl. And he might be sitting in a cell with Bubba. And Bubba doesn't like pedophiles.
I wouldn't have stopped. So I have a chance here to really, you know, and I have been doing the work and being somebody who is a role model for my son. And I want to do that. And I can't stress that enough. You know, I can't go back and I can't fix that part of me, that hole in me that was trying to be filled with that, you know, the loneliness on the road or the fear that I felt or the insecurity that I would try to chase and just conquer with sex. And it was out of control. So I have a chance here to apologize to the people who got caught up in that shit and, you know, the lies that I would tell my fiance, my friends, and I'm sorry. You know, I think that being a comedian, it's funny, the stuff that you tell yourself to make everything okay, you know, like the cheating and the sex every night or whatever. You know, well, any guy would do this, which is not true, or whatever it is. And I I don't know. It was too much, and I made too many excuses, and I can't do it anymore, and I haven't been. And I've been on this path of recovery now for a bunch of months. I'm doing well, and it's the hardest. It's the hardest thing ever to have to look at yourself and realize that that's what it is, and that's what you've done, and that's who you are. And so that's that. But thanks for listening, and I appreciate you all. Thanks.
All right. Well, I want to make this perfectly clear. These are allegations, and they are very serious. And with the amount of evidence that's been shared on Twitter and from people who have shared the emails and everything like that. And out of respect, I'm not going to share the emails because I don't want to be, I don't know. I don't want to be, well, first of all, there might be private information on there, and obviously I've seen one or two that has private information on there, and I feel uncomfortable sharing stuff like that. I mean, I could censor it and then put it in the in an additional video, obviously, when this is updated and there's more information on the case when that happens. But Hollywood needs to stop and actually look themselves in the mirror and go, well, what are we doing not to fix this? And I feel like we're not fixing it enough. So we're not fixing this enough. And there is a need for it to be fixed. And then some, all right. We're gonna go into the final story of the night, and then I was gonna do a tier list. I might have to move it because of the topic and just trying to break down what's going on, at least in my belief of what's going on in the Chris D'Elia situation. We're gonna go into this situation, and then we're gonna call it a night. So I was very hesitant to talk about this subject. I really didn't want to talk about this because obviously, one thing that I don't like about the gaming community that really hurts not only everyone in the commentary community, but also in the world in general, is race. And the YouTuber by the name or the Twitch streamer by the name of Zombie Kills has been knocking on this man's door, saying that he's canceled, he's done, because he has made very constructive criticism against them. Now, who's the person that I'm talking about here? Well, let me introduce this man by the name of The Quartering. He's a center right, a little. I believe he's center right. I mean, obviously, Jeremy, obviously, if you are watching, I'll be sending this, and obviously I would like to actually speak to you about this and just kind of get where your head's at right now. So if you are watching, obviously, please DM me on Twitter at AlphaRus. The one is an L. But this man made a video a couple months ago about Zombie Kills, and if I can here. Here, let's see here. Did a video on on zombie kills 3 months ago that really got her a little hot under the collar here, so to speak, because she felt like she deserved a free PS5 and Xbox Series X because there are no women of color in the gaming review community. Now, I actually do somewhat agree with her, but this was the wrong way to go about it, saying like, well, I'm a woman of color that who needs this Xbox Series X because I want to review it, but you guys don't have enough people. Let me review it for you. And to my surprise, actually, Xbox and PlayStation actually gave her consoles. And the Quartering did a really good job of talking about it, obviously. And if anyone talks about it, later on in the video, I'll be posting. Actually, let me go ahead and post this video. If you guys need a TLDR, I mean, I'm giving you guys the TLDR, but if you guys want to know a little bit more in detail of, let's see here, right there, of the whole zombie kills Xbox situation and his fair criticism of her using her, not only her skin color, but also her gender to get a free Xbox and free things. Obviously, I'm a person who believes that if you are a journalist that gets free stuff, it's because you do a great job of talking about products and actually giving positive feedback to not only the manufacturers, but also the game people and the review and the community in general. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like sourpusses that just don't hate it, hate a game without seeing it. Now, I'll admit I'm guilty as charged with that because of Cyberpunk, but now with the recent updates, I actually do like it. I really do love it. It's really, really good game. And I'll be getting it very soon, but this man has gone through a lot these last 2 days because people are calling him out now, saying that he's a racist because a girl that is closely associated with Zombie Kills was Zombie Kills, actually, my bad, was allegedly doxxed, according to them, not the Quartering himself, by the Quartering. So this is his video. Hold on here. Let me see. We're gonna play a Quartering. We're actually gonna go into legit Quartering speed, and we're gonna talk about this as the video goes on, and I want you guys to promise this that, and like I said in the beginning of the stream tonight, and in the VOD too here on YouTube, obviously Alpha on Air podcast, I horribly disavow any type of harassment, any type of ratioing flagging, doxing, anything, you name it. I disavow that. I hate that. I hate that people do that. And it's because people can't take a very, very, very big hint of criticism. And this is why, as we're about to see.
This is very serious and I need your help. This isn't one of those meme videos where, it's something trivial. This is the entirety of my channel. This is the financial security of my employees. This is the safety that my family feels. This is a outward attempt to remove me from YouTube, to harass my sponsors, and to spread vicious lies about me. And it is something I am not going to take lightly. I'm going to enlist, plead for your help in gathering information. I'm going to show you exactly how we got where we are, and I will respond to everything that is being spread falsely about me. About a few days ago, I pointed out that a Logitech-sponsored employee, a Twitch partner, had said some heinous things, racist things, okay? They responded by saying it was photoshopped, that I was lying, that they had never said those things. So everybody in games journalism and YouTube, heads of YouTube departments themselves got involved in threads harassing my sponsors, calling me all sorts of heinous things. Well, the lie detector test determined that that was a lie. The tweet was real. Here's the original tweet. The face I make when any white woman is about to get her butt kicked to sleep. Her reply, imagine photoshopping someone's tweets. Lomao. Like, I can't go through my own stuff. Y'all have me twisted.
Why would you say something that you tweeted your own self is photoshopped? That's strange to me. And look, even this person right here says it's not even a good Photoshop sick in my head. Sorry that you have to deal with this so often, but there are a ton of people here supporting, rooting for you. I saw that, and my first reaction was, even if she did tweet that, you probably had a good reason to, but also LMFAO, what the F? No. Okay. Hold on, let me read the tweet.
Woman is about to get her.
Now see, if this was still on Twitter, and it was on, and if it was a tweet, still a tweet, an active tweet, someone could actually consider this as a racist remark, and also a act of harassment, really. So, and the funny thing about that is the tweet that she was referencing is to the screaming lady and cat meme. I'll have to find it, but yeah, why would you say something like that though? Why would you say something like that, Zombie? Zombie kills, obviously. And by the way, I'd like to point out that she has said on streams, and I've checked in the past, that she doesn't mind playing with everyone, just as long as you're not rude and obviously not entitled racist. But it seems like all of a sudden when the Quartering tweets it out, it's because, oh, he's right opinioned. I've grown up my family has raised me enough to know what's right and what's wrong. But what is more right is you make the investment to be nice to everyone. And as I gotten older, you get over shit that you don't, that's not worth even a piece of copper or a piece of silver, you know. Like all these things, all these attitudes, all these frustrations that I have at people, they all take a token to the ferryman at the end of the day, and they go in deep into the swamp of forgetfulness. Because I'm not gonna stay mad at anyone. Like I'm gonna call you out, but I'm not gonna stay mad at anyone. Because what's the point of getting mad? Like, what's the point of getting mad? And in this case, she's getting mad because he pointed out the hypocrisy of her tweet, saying that it's pretty messed up to say, and then saying like it's photoshopped. But people have archived this. People archive this for a reason. It's because no one doesn't really like liars. Like, just being like real there for a minute. Let's continue.
This tweet's Lamau. Like, here is the archive of it. All I did was point out that this is not okay. And a dozen game journalists, YouTube employees, and thousands of people on Twitter are now accusing me of heinous things, like this verified account, Black Girl Gamers. In 2021, a black content creator is terrified because a troll called the cops to SWAT her house. She's owed an apology, and any brand saying supporting the quartering will be held to task. If you'd like to support, give her money. Why? I had nothing to do with that, obviously. I'm on record multiple times in videos saying that it is my opinion that anyone engaging in that type of behavior deserves immediate jail time. This is not an opinion that is in some random tweet. There's every video I've ever made about it. I'm very clear. I do not support that behavior. If this really did happen to her, regardless of our Twitter spats, I feel for her. I'm sure it's terrifying.
Yes, and as someone who has also been also swatted himself before, like, she should understand, and also a lot of people that understand that if someone was swatted, which by the way, I disavow swatting. I horribly disavow swatting, because people don't deserve to deserve their door to get beaten down over a dumb Twitter spat. I mean, for God's sakes, we had a man die because of a fucking $2 Call of Duty World War II game, and it went to the wrong house. There's a reason why doxing is now almost literally in almost every state a federal offense. Because you're using federal stuff to get your way. And now, I'm not going to doubt this, but I want to see the proof that there was people at her house. The police was at her house. And Zombie Kills, I'll even say it. I'll even be nice to you and say, if you want to send proof of this, if there's a video proof of them coming to your door, then obviously I'll say, okay, so it did happen. But in the world of 2021, where any allegation can be made up out of thin air and people will believe it just because if they don't, they're called racist. They're gonna follow you anyway. So honestly, this shouldn't even be a race thing, let alone harassment towards her. It's about, okay, she got doxxed, but she thinks it's the quartering, and the quartering has denied it. And keep in mind, Zombie Kills recently tried to take down actually try to bill someone with a 500 subscriber YouTube account for $2,000. $2,000. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid.
I don't approve of that. I don't condone that. And anybody who would say I would has never watched my content. That doesn't stop people like Jordan Black, games journalist, saying if anyone has ever been targeted by the quartering and has been harassed as a result of being featured in one of his videos, please DM me. I'm putting something together. He swatted a black female streamer and sicked his fans on her, calling it a welfare check. No, I didn't. I never did any of that. It doesn't stop these vicious lies. How about this guy who says, oh, apparently they live in the same city as me. I could try and find where they live and spray paint on their house. Stop being racist. Why, in what world am I being called these things? I pointed out that she said something of that manner. I have no problem with anybody of any skin color, period. And if you do, you're not welcome on my channel. I don't know. I mean, and anybody knows that. Everybody knows that follows me. Everybody knows that I don't condone dogpiling people. I don't want people going and contacting people directly. I would never condone that. But because of that, there's a very real reason. There's a very real chance they will get me removed from YouTube based on lies. They feel.
And keep in mind, this is they're trying. This is the same type of hate crowd that Monkey Jones got banned on the platform for. That's huge. And Monkey Jones' backup not too long ago just got axed. And it's because YouTube wants to be on what they say, the quote unquote, on the right side of being against racism. Well, where's the proof of him being racist? And it goes back to being it's the 30 things. You got the 4 things that will take down your channel regardless of your size. Racist, with the exception of PewDiePie, obviously. Racism, a Me Too moment, doxing, and harassing people, harassing careers. Look at you, Dream.
Feel totally fine openly spreading these lies. Verified accounts spreading these lies. Yes, the account doesn't say it directly, but they're obviously implying that I had something to do with it, talking about going after my sponsors. Mr. Negative is another one who I've archived, talking about going directly after my sponsors. I've archived all this, dude. I mean, you think that there's not going to be a financial penalty for this? I've got verified YouTube employees getting involved in the harassment, saying that they're personally flagging all of this stuff. Why? What did I do wrong? I had the wrong opinion. They're going to get me. I just went to their YouTube instead of reporting all their videos for harmful content. I hope it's enough.
And yeah, and obviously this hate mob is going to do everything that they're going to try to protect Zombie because she's playing the victim card. Obviously, if it's someone that isn't white and they're going to, and they know that they were in the wrong, they're going to cry wolf. And guess what happens? You're going to see people sitting on the ground going like, okay, well, I don't know what we're going to do. Because honestly, I don't know who to believe anymore. Like, people need to respect one another. Even on YouTube and Twitch streams and everything, there has to be a thing of respect, a levy of respect between the creator and the viewer. And also, there's got to be an even more big, huge levy of respect between different people. Now, do I agree that Zombie Kills deserved the Xboxes and PlayStation? No, because she used her ethnicity and also her gender to actually say like, hey, you know, and she's also right at the same time because she's pulling out a point that's saying like, yes, it's true. There is no women of color that are actually doing the same thing that many of the gaming journalists that we listen to today are doing. Like, why not at IGN? IGN would take you in a heartbeat, girl. IGN would take you in a heartbeat. They would have gotten you the Xbox. They would have gotten you the PlayStation. It would have been no problem. Because they don't want to be a part of the problem. They want to be part of the solution. But this right here. This is a violation of YouTube's terms of service. Targeted harassment. And if I'm correct, actually, I want to look this up right now. Okay, let's see. Let's see, account password, third party, license Twitch, user content upload, promotions, endorsement, political activities, prohibited content. Here we go. You agree not to violate any laws, contract, or intellectual property, or third of not commit a tort, that you are solely responsible for your conduct while on the Twitch services. You agree that you comply with the Twitch terms of service and will not create, upload, and distribute any accurate, unlawful, infringing, defamatory, obscene, pornographic, invasive of privacy of public rights, harassing, what's this? This is harassment. Because they do also look at off-platform things that you do. Threatening. Oh, that's. Is there anything we could do to help to platform the troll? That's a threat. That's a threat of someone's livelihood. Abusive, inflammatory, or otherwise objectable. Let's see here. Defame, harass, abuse, threaten, or defraud users of the Twitch services, or collect, attempt to personal information about users or third parties. There was a tweet earlier. If I can find it. This guy, this Chadwick dude, are you referring to the YouTuber channel The Quartering? Apparently, they live in the same city as me. I could try and find where they live and spray paint their house. Stop being racist. Now, I'm not going to say that she has done this intentionally or not, because unless there's evidence that has come out that says that she did this, Twitch should actually look into her and make sure that she's following their own TOS, because this is obviously, this is the type of things that you're doing on Twitch's service that should actually be grounds for termination, because you're asking for someone to be harassed. I don't know if he says it in this video a little bit later, but in Tipster's video, which I'll actually link here in just a moment, that he was his parents were doxxed, and his own home was doxxed. When is enough? When is enough? Okay? When is it enough? Because you got butthurt over someone calling you out for saying something that is a little on the offensive side. Now, granted, you could have just blocked the quartering and move on with your life. You could have moved on with your life. And we would all be A-okay. We'd be all good in the hood. But once again, you got people who are on your side, and you should be discouraging this right now. You should be discouraging this.
To their YouTube instead of reporting all their videos for harmful content. How about this? How about another game journalist inciting harassment against me, telling their followers to? These people have no clue. Like, I'm archiving all of this, and I'm going to ask all of you, archive.is, send it to quarteringlaw@gmail.com. I'm going to go through that in a second. Enough is enough. Women are screaming for help. Quartering and similar accounts need accountability from their platforms. That means to be deplatformed. Report, report, report. This is targeted harassment. Literal. targeted harassment. Why is this okay? They're calling me all sorts of heinous things when I'm on record, of course, saying, oh, he's transphobic. No, I'm not. I've said about 1 million times that, look, I support you living your best life. As long as it doesn't infringe on anyone else's rights, you do you. That I have any type of issues with the gay community. Show me evidence of that. I've attended gay weddings. I have gay friends. What else do you want me to do? They say these things with no evidence because they know it's effective. Games journalists from PC Gamer, Game Informer, IGN, all getting involved in this, saying, oh yeah, he's just a terrible person. Based on what? None of these people have ever talked to me. They don't want.
And now I want to actually talk about this for a minute, because if you remember in a prior episode of the Alpha on Air podcast, I did talk about the fact that people were getting upset that the Quartering was calling them out for obviously giving the game Cyberpunk higher game rates without actually getting the actual full game. And many people were very upset about it. Many people were very upset about it. And I think those gaming journals actually learned from that, but I guess they didn't.
Watch my videos. They don't know me IRL. Linking my docs, by the way, in all these threads. I've archived all that.
And by the way, I can confirm that his docs was indeed in a couple of these tweets. In fairness to Jeremy, I will not be showing them because people have already, and they're already been deleted because people are actually counter reporting them, and they're getting their tweets taken down, but it's already been archived and everything. So out of respect for the Quartering, I'm not going to show the link of it if there's still tweets around, but I truly believe that this is pretty fucked.
What can you do to help? There are two things. And if you made it this far, I really hope today is a day that you've got some time and that you're going to act, because I need you. The first is to back me on Subscribestar. If you already back me here on YouTube, I would even say move it over to Subscribestar. I've completely revamped this, set up goals. There are about 600 people that back me right now. We need to get that number to 2,000 today. We can do it. You come over to subscribestar.com/thequartering and throw me $5 or $10. $5 even. $5 is plenty. Okay? It's the cost of an energy drink. If enough people do that, we can insulate this content. Yes, I've got big stretch goals, but the goals talk about alt tech dedicated videos, members only live streams. At this goal here, everything will be available on this website that I've been kind of secretly working on, ad free for members. It's not there yet, but I've been working on it. There's a link to this exists. If you go to thequartering.com, it's here, and it's being updated daily. Now it's linking my YouTube videos currently, but eventually it'll be my own server. I know I mention my Subscribestar often, but I can't tell you enough, or I can't stress enough. If 1,500 of you back today at some amount, that would be extraordinarily insulating against an impending demonetization, which is likely to happen. We've seen it happen before. We saw it happen with Sargon. We've seen it happen to countless other channels. They don't care about me. These people are going to raise enough of a stink, and it's going to work. They're harassing my sponsors right out in the open. Nobody cares, because apparently I have bad opinions. I talk about Gina Carano, and what are these people even talking about? I'll be leaving Twitter because I don't think it's good for my mental health, and I've been talking about it for a long time, but I need to stay there right now so that I can archive these things. Now, the second most important way you can help is when you see a tweet, archive that tweet. If they're talking about going after my sponsors, if they are a games journalist, I'm going to show you how to archive something, okay? All you need to do is go to this little, now screenshots don't help. You take this little thing here, copy link to tweet. Then you go to archive.is. You put the link to the tweet in here, paste it in, and save it. Then you tell them you're not a robot. law@gmail.com. That would be immensely different platforms. Talking about going after my sponsors, or sure. These people.
And I want to say this. It's pretty scummy, and I think a lot of people haven't learned from the H3H3 sponsor debacle with Keem and everything. And literally, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, because Logitech can look at this and just go, well, he has the evidence against you that you are that you have targeted harassed him, and you have not denied anything about a flagging campaign against him. And that's something that if I were her, I would be denying that right now and saying to leave him alone, because this man has one of the best lawyers in America, and and by the way, his name is half Asian Bill Richmond, who works for also for this man, Steven Crowder. And they've just won a couple of cases not too long ago. They've won a couple of cases not too long ago to keep them on platforms. So I'm gonna make the challenge here. If you agree with Zombie Kills and you think that she's right, then obviously I want you guys to leave a comment. Leave your Twitter. All right? And I'll DM you. And we'll set up a time. We'll have a debate about this. And we'll debate about whether if this was was his remark against her tweet criticism or racism. 2, and this is the one that I'm gonna really press on about. The fact that she's quiet about it. The fact that she's quiet about it. The fact that she's quiet about it makes it very disturbing to me. Makes it very, very disturbing to me. Now this is a video that Tipster posted about 2 hours ago, almost 3. Of Zombie Kills making a mention about she was going to stop the racists. But by racist, she means anyone who criticizes her. Criticism is no longer just harassment. It's now racist. And 2, face palm emoji. This is what she said.
Every one of these YouTube racists, I'm going to drag you out and I'm going to shine a light in the spaces that you've cultivated in hatred and bigotry, and I'm going to continue to make you irrelevant. I will continue to cost you sponsorships. I will continue to cost you jobs. I will continue to do this forever, because the more you guys keep fucking up and the more you keep showing your ass to everybody on Megan Thee Stallion's internet, the more powerful people like me will continue to get. Because in the end, it sucks. It's fucking hard on my mental, and it's fucking stressful, and I won't be.
Then, hold on. It's hard on your mental. Then why are you making a mountain out of a molehill? For something that he's giving a fair criticism of. Why are you giving the quartering? Oh, but oh, he's racist because he gave you criticism. Okay. See how it is.
Be the most paid fucking streamer that exists. I won't. I'm not gonna ever be big. But you know what I will be? I'll be respected. I'm respected in this space, and I've earned that shit. I've worked my ass off, and
You're respected only in your echo chamber. See, the ability, this is my opinion. If you are one of those people that who make a mistake, you're susceptible to criticism. And it's up to you. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to follow that criticism. But you don't have the right to say that it's racist or it's harassment against you because it's a valid criticism. If there's evidence behind it and you're saying, hey, I feel uncomfortable because he said this, then fucking block him. Fucking block him. It's that real easy. So easy a caveman could do it.
you can't fucking take that from me. You cannot fucking take that from me.
The Twitch TOS can tell you to hold your beer, girl, because Twitch TOS. And also, I think also in your Logitech TOS as a partner, if it's found out that your community is targeting Jeremy from the Quartering and flagrantly flagging the Quartering, well, you might as well kiss your Logitech goodbye. What Logitech sponsorship? What sponsorship? Who's going to work with someone who's a flagger who makes little accounts like myself? Because I'm no big YouTuber. $2,000 because you believe that you deserve that money. I worked hard for what I have. This mic, this didn't come cheap. This didn't come free. This arm, this PC, these lights that I have, these guitars, this didn't come cheap. I worked hard at my day job, day in, day out. You guys don't understand. What will it take for you guys to understand that criticism is valid when it's called out in the right way? Now, if he simply said, like, hey, look, so-and-so, and used your ethnicity against you, then I would be saying a different tune. I would be saying, okay, that, to be fair, that is definitely racist in some people's eyes. But then that would be just calling a spade, right? That's my opinion of this. Anyway. That is it for the show. Before I go, I want to once again, I want to shout out a channel here. I want to shout out if you guys haven't yet, go see my boy Tippy. He's almost close to 93.8k. All right, he's almost close to 95. I wanted to get him to 100k before the end of this month. So I'm asking you guys, please go follow this man, because I respect him. I respect the living hell out of him, and he's been a tremendous brother to me. Really do appreciate him. So guys, go show him love, please. Tell him Alpha sent you, and yeah, that's it. I'll see. That is it for the podcast. Of course, obviously, if you guys haven't yet, check out my social medias down in the description below. There's also there is my merch store, and also a Tip Me place. I don't really take tips. All of it goes back to communities. But I want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate each and every one of you that watch every day, or watch my videos anytime I upload. I'm gonna try to upload more as the weeks go on. Hopefully more podcasts will happen soon. So, but that is it for the night. I am the Alpha Russ, saying peace, love, chicken grease. Everything's holy. Tim Tebow. Let's get it.